Okay. Um, Technology stuff pretty much worked out. I'm back online here. So mute that. All right, so we're back online. I'm going to go ahead and run through it because I did promise you a video stream. I'll just talk to myself today, and that'll be all great. All right, so because everybody has, I sent you a link to a stream that I had to end up having to delete because I was having issues. So I'm going to just go ahead and run through this really fast, and then I'll do this again tomorrow, and hopefully by then you'll have all your questions answered. So, okay, I haven't heard from the Stride people, but I looked online today, and it does appear that all of the grade levels are corrected on your classrooms, but only for the homeroom sections, which is the only ones they need to use anyway. Here's what you need to understand about Stride. And this is what I got from talking to them. Trust me, I've had no more training than you have had, but I have talked to them on the phone a little bit. When the student logs in, they're going to be presented with a path for whatever grade level they're in according to the class that they're in. So I worked with them, they sent me some spreadsheets. We've corrected the homeroom classes only. Okay, so if you see a bunch of if you see gifted classes if you see all these other classes, don't worry about those, ignore them. Because they're all in first grade. Don't do anything that says first grade unless it's actually a first grade class. The homeroom sections are corrected. So I use my test school was green because I know the name of an actual 5th grade teacher at that school. And so I looked for her name, and she is correct. She's 5th, and everybody else has a homeroom. So you need to only let those make those kids pick those classes. Okay. So what does it look like when you actually log in? So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my Stride over here on this other screen, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you see what it looks like when you log in, both as yourself and as Stride login. StrideLogin.com. Now, if you're watching this and you have no idea what I'm talking about because you have I got your name late, or you're a principal and you don't know what you're doing because you just seen it for the first time, just at the end of this, email me, tell me you watched the video and that you need your KCC code. Okay, and that we'll go ahead and take care of that for you. Now I am going to go ahead and, as soon as I find myself on the screen, here I am. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see. Okay, I'm going to share it so you can see it. Okay, here we are. We're in Stride. Now here are all of my schools. Now I'm going to pick the same school I picked before because that makes it easy. And Kathy had recognized her own self, and it was pretty funny. She told me, I know my account works because I saw myself. All right, here, remember, this is the login code that you get from me, but I'm going to click login because I want to show you what it looks like from a school perspective. Here I am at school. I'm going to go, you'll see we have homeroom for attendance. They have the number of students, but I'm going to go to the class manager. Once I'm in my class manager, now you'll see that I have lots of first grades, but I also have up here under homeroom for attendance, I have kindergartens, first grades, second grades, third grades, fourth grades, and fifth grades. Okay, those are the classes that the teachers need to use. Don't give them the codes and let them join any classes except these homerooms. At the elementary level, it should be fine, because even at the elementary level, you may do some regrouping, but even if you change classes, for the most part at the elementary level, students are moving together in a block. All right, at the middle school level, it doesn't really matter. They're all set for 6th grade, which is fine. It won't take them long if they're really gifted to get from 6th to 8th grade. But please understand, if you make a mistake and you give that kid the wrong code, and they're a 5th grade child, it's going to start them on that 1st grade pathway. And I talked to them, and you're sunk. There's no way to correct that. They're just going to have to work through it. And they said it takes forever, and they will get really horribly bored. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to look at one of my classes here. I'm going to look at a 4th grade class. So if I go to the 4th grade class as the teacher, remember, I'm going to hit here, and hopefully it'll load pretty quickly. Okay. Now, there are directions on the Go page so that you can print all of the goodies that you need. But if you need, remember, ask the teacher, or you can do it for them, print the logins, all right? And if you print it as, come on, if you print it, the teacher prints it, they can print out one of these for each kid, and the kid can take it home and work at home. Or you can put those in the classroom, just cut them out, and they can use that at the computer to go ahead and get logged in. Remember, this password is awful. I get that. That's a tragic error that I guess we can correct next year. I don't know exactly how to correct it, but it is what it is. If you really want to get into the weeds, you can correct that for each student. If the teacher wants to go in and correct that, I wouldn't necessarily do that as the Stride administrator. I did ask them if it was possible to like mass change those, and they said no. You kind of have to do it individually. So if the teacher wants to correct that, I say let the teacher do that. Let them print the logins. Let them do all those goodies, and don't do all that for them. You can clear all the passwords, but I don't necessarily know that I recommend that either, because you don't want the kids to accidentally get in behind where they want to be. So if you're trying to let the kids go ahead and log in, all right, I'm going to go ahead and show you to make sure you understand, because we covered this last time, exactly what you need to be given to the teachers. The teachers need to be given, I'm going to print this master sheet. The teachers need to be given the code for their particular class. Okay. Now I'm going to be like really sexy and see if I can use see if it's going to let me annotate. And I don't think it's going to let me annotate. Nope, I don't have any app set up. But I can. Oop, where'd it go? Nope, you don't want to look at my E-Rate stuff, do you? Went away. Okay, you need to give them the class codes for the homeroom for attendance. This is the only code that teacher needs for right now. Give them just the homeroom code. That's the only thing you need to do for each homeroom. Do not give them these extra codes down in here. Only give them this code and this password for their homeroom. So, you know, basically for this particular school, I can print page 1 and page 2 of this sheet, and I'm done. So as the teacher, I'm only going to need one code, one password. That's it. Okay. Now, for the students, it's still the same thing. You're going to go. They're going to have that code to log in. So if I am, I'm going to pick I said I was doing a 3rd grade or a 4th grade. All right. I'm going to go ahead and grab the kids. So that stays the same. So here's my class roster, and I'm going to go ahead and be Kiana Anderson. Okay. And I'm going to go to a new window so you can see. Now, I'm going to suggest that you remember this website, this go.jpsms page, because it does have a Stride link. And it gives you all the directions that you need. And we've already showed you that, but I'm going to go as a Stride start. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the KCC code in there, because remember, I'm only going to give the KCC code for that particular homeroom. And if you forget it, you can get it from the login sheet. Okay, either from this sheet or from the other sheet. You've got all kinds of goodies there. But I'm going to go ahead and do this 4th grade, and here's the KCC code. And I'm going to put it in my Stride Academy. Right here, I'm going to do go. Now I can pick the child, and since I didn't remember which child it was, now I'm going to put her password in, and that doesn't really matter because the passwords are all the same for every kid. We've already talked about that. So I'm going to grab the password, go back here, put it in, and now when Kiana Anderson logs in, she's going to be good to go. she needs to start here so she can go ahead and complete her pathway and start earning her points and badges. Somebody did ask me if it was possible to have a demo account so that they didn't have to mess up the kids' points and coins and everything. And I said I would have to check. I will check with Phelan about that and find out if there's some kind of account we can create. I don't know. I'll have to check with them. But go ahead and get them started. It's all ready to go. I am really excited. So now all the way through K-12, go ahead and let them get in. But remember, I can't stress to you enough. You need to make sure that you're only using the homeroom sections for K through 8. Homeroom. Now, K through 5. From once you get into secondary level, every class is going to start at 6th grade. Pick a class, it doesn't matter. If you want to do it through the homeroom for attendance section, that's fine. If you want to do it through language arts or math, that's fine too. But to start off the K-5, please use the homeroom sections only. Only give the teachers the codes for the homeroom sections, and you should be good to go. Okay? I will repeat this again tomorrow at 3. I'm really sorry. If you have any questions, I'm sorry about the delay. My encoder bit the dust, and I couldn't get it started. It's kind of like the car. It wasn't going anywhere today. But so I wanted to go ahead and let you have something to see. So if you have any questions, again, we're going to meet tomorrow at 3, and we'll do the same thing all over again. If you want to ask any questions between now and then, please let me know, and I'll answer them tomorrow. And if not, hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow. Have a great day.